Peace, lovely people. It is such an honor and a pleasure to have you back with me. This is Straight Up with Nate, and I'm Nate. Just before I get into what I'm going to talk about, I do want to say Happy Black History Month, all my lovely Black people. It is such a pleasure to see all of you, and those of you who have come back to the channel, I don't care where you come from. I mean, I say I don't care. What I am saying is, I am so grateful that we all come from different lands, different islands, different experiences, different backgrounds, because we are different, vibrant, we are strong. And I am so thankful that I come from a race of people in which, though we go through certain situations, though we go through certain circumstances, we are still here. So, to get right into it. For me, I do believe your outlook on life plays a major part in how you take on the day, take on experiences, take on certain circumstances. So the reason why I am touching on this very topic is because a lot of times how we look on life, it can affect our mood, it can affect how we take on certain obstacles, and it can also even hold us back. Now, in this regard, I'm going to give a couple of ideas. Some may agree, some may not, but you know, a couple ideas. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and by all means, I will sit there and I'll respond to you as soon as I possibly can. Or if you want to send me a message, things of that nature, and ask me a question, I'll respond also. Let me know what's going on, what your thoughts are, what your experiences are. Now, to get right into the first one, I'm not going to necessarily do this in numerical order. The first thing that does come to mind that did hit me hard, exercise. Now, some people may agree, some people may not. It's up to you. I don't know. But I know exercise for me is a great outlet. It's a great chance for me to be able to work on myself, my physique, on my thoughts, and so on and so forth. Now, people may think like, oh, how can exercise work on your thoughts? Let me explain. I know for me, in my personal experience, I used to be a type of person who I used to have a certain body shape. Now, your boy was type heavy. I was an equivalent of what you would call liquid chocolate fudge. That sounds funny, but the reason why I'm using liquid hot fudge is because your boy had so much more fat as opposed to muscle. And what I had to do was develop a mindset to want to start working out and do better and take care of my health. And the reason why I wanted to start taking care of my health is because I said, you know what, I want to live long. I want to live a good, healthy lifestyle. I want to be able to know that I did something with my life other than simply just enjoy food, which I am a foodie, by the way. But at the same time, understand that I have to practice consistency, restraint, and portion. And so for me, what I had to do was develop a habit of exercise. This is one example. And so if you don't exercise, I will provide another idea. But I do encourage those of you who may not exercise, definitely do get into the habit of exercise, because it can change your outlook. It does help with getting out stress, getting your mind right, getting your personality right, getting certain emotions together, and allows you the opportunity to get out whatever negative emotion that is sitting in here, and allows you to push it out through exercise. And so definitely look into exercise. You know, it might be good. It's going to be something that's going to change your mind, change your spirit, and change your thoughts. On to the next one. For me, another example is books. Books are such a different level of thinking. Why do I say that? Books allow you the opportunity to create a world in your head. And when I say that, books have the opportunity to let you see what an author is thinking, experiencing, and in the same manner, allow you to see why the author thinks the way they think, whether he or she. Why I say books are such a great outlet, because with books, it allows you to also learn lessons that sometimes family members or friends may not teach you. Now, in that regard, I do want to bring to light that this does not mean that books alone can teach you. Books are a great application for you to understand what are certain walks of life, what are certain cultures, what are certain understandings, and how can you apply to self in helping you as a person to see what is out in the world. There are times where we hear so many things, we hear so many different experiences, we see so many different experiences, but sometimes when do we take time to read about it and understand? And in the same manner, I do mean, you know, reading a book that is of proper sourcing, proper information that's been properly referenced. I do want people to know that Reading a book is a great way to expand your outlook on life because it will teach you things about yourself that you may not have thought before. Because there are times where you could even read a book and you may think, oh, that does not apply to me. And then come to find out, hey, it really does apply to you. So definitely, go to your local library. Or if you have an iPhone or if you have an Android, things of that nature. Samsung, don't know. Your business, you choose. I ain't part of this war. Y'all don't have to figure this joint out. But definitely look into getting audiobooks. I will speak for myself. Your boy got an attention span of a squirrel. I do encourage that you definitely, start reading books because books can also help you in terms of understanding certain perspectives, certain experiences, and certain ideas. So definitely go to your local library or download an audiobook. Audiobooks are awesome. I use them personally. Some people may agree, some people may not. It's your business. I'm tired. One of the next ones I will also say is also make a list. Make a list. Actually ask yourself, what do I genuinely love about myself? What are my skills? What are my talents? What have I achieved? We tend to sit there and say, oh, well, I'm not really doing much with my life. I'm not really doing this, and that. Actually ask yourself, how far have I come? What can I put on a list that will literally let me know that I've made it this far? I've gotten this far and I've experienced so much. Make a list of things that you genuinely love about yourself, whether it be you love your body, you love your smile, the way you laugh, style, your car, your family. Look into all these different things. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times we go through life and we see certain things in a certain outlet based off of either Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and we see so many different outlooks on life, so many different experiences. But ask yourself this question: what do I genuinely love about myself? What do I genuinely love about myself as a person? Because the one thing I can also say about social media, it is beautiful, but it can also be something that can be painful too. Because there are times where you'll look at other people's life and say, oh, they're living a grand, luxurious life. When truth be told, that may not be the case. But when I say this, I do want you to understand, making this list is going to allow you to know that there's more to life than just simply what people may say through their social media. Yes, they may live a life a certain way. That does not mean that they're not good people. But also ask yourself, what can I do to show that I love myself rather than living my life vicariously through other people? To go forward, one of the other ideas that I do have is also sitting in silence. People underestimate this, but sitting in silence is a great way for you to get in tune with self. This is a spiritual thing I'm talking about. It is also something that is physical. Because at the same time, you may say, oh, I'm so in tune with myself. I understand myself. I'm ready to go on and take on the world. But sometimes you need a moment to just sit with self. Sit with your personal self. Inner parts of you. With that lovely little boy, lovely little girl who at times when they got distracted or they went through certain situations, they knew they could get into a moment of silence, a moment of peace, a moment of quiet. People don't really understand this, but quiet plays a major part in how you are able to have focus and how you deal with certain things. So a moment of silence, giving yourself a moment to think, understand life better. It works. Take it from somebody who's done it before. Sometimes when I'm dealing with the troubles of life, I take a moment, I go sit out in some corner and just sit down to myself and really just think, okay, what am I dealing with? What is going on with me? How can I make it better? What I am trying to say is this. Each idea that I did present, some may agree, some may not. Everybody has a different way of how they improve their outlook on life. But what you can do is definitely start improving ways on how you can love self. Improve on ways in which you can see yourself. Improve in how you take on certain obstacles, how you take on certain opportunities, and how do you take time to make proper decisions that's going to elevate your thinking. So with that being said, I love you. I miss you guys. I can't wait to bring up another video next week. So definitely, like the video, leave a comment, and of course, subscribe and let somebody know what is going on here on this page with Straight Up with Nate, and pass on the message. I'm here, I'm ready. I want to encourage you guys. I want to pass on ideas. I want to pass on thoughts, pass on information. So definitely, subscribe. Like I just said, pass on information. I will be back next week with a different video, a different topic, a different focus, so on and so forth. And by all means, send me questions, send me thoughts, send me concerns, send me ideas, and so on and so forth. Like I said, you can also find me on Instagram. So at that point, pass on the information and let people know what is going on here on Straight Up with Nate. And by all means, see you next week.